Okay, the definition of persuasive text is persuasive language is a type of language that is written to persuade. This could be to persuade to the reader to buy something, believe something, or think something. Sederhananya dalam bahasa Indonesia, bahasa persuasif adalah jenis bahasa yang ditulis untuk membujuk seseorang. Hal ini bisa untuk membujuk pembaca agar membeli sesuatu, atau mempercayai sesuatu, atau memikirkan sesuatu. Itu tadi adalah definisi dari teks persuasif. Nah, dari definisi itu kita bisa tahu apa sih teks persuasif itu. Teks persuasif itu teks yang mengajak atau membuat orang terpengaruh dengan teks yang kita buat, seperti contoh ini, dan ini. Nah, untuk jelasnya contoh-contoh dari teks persuasif nanti akan kita jelaskan di video ini.
I'm Foni Moldia. I will discuss the characteristics of persuasive paragraph and explain them. There are 7 characteristics of persuasive paragraph. Number 1, contains data and fact. Number 2, confides the reader. Next, contains calls to action, avoid conflict, objective in nature, pays attention to structure, and engaging. Number 1, contains data and fact. Is a strong persuasive paragraph should be supported by accurate and reliable data and fact. This data can be in the form of statistics, recent research result, or real-life example. Using data and fact will help establish the writer's credibility and convince the reader. Number 2, convince the reader. The language used in a persuasive paragraph should be convincing and engaging for the reader. The writer should use appropriate words and clear, easy to understand sentences. In addition, the writer and also use figures of speech such as smiles, metaphors, and personification to make the paragraph more interesting and memorable. Contains call to action. A persuasive paragraph should contain calls to action that encourage the reader to do or accept whether the writer is presenting. This call to action can be in the form of imperative verbs such as do, will, or try. Number 4, avoid conflict. A persuasive paragraph should avoid confrontational or provocative language. The writer should strive to build a positive relationship with the reader and avoid using words that could offend or make the reader feel uncomfortable. Next, number 5, objective in nature. It means, while aiming to persuade the reader, a persuasive paragraph should remain objective. The writer should present information in a balanced and unbiased manner. The writer should also be open to different opinions and provide space for the reader to think critically. Number 6, pays attention to structure. It meaning a well-written persuasive paragraph has a clear and organized structure. Itself have a clear main idea, and each sentence should support that main idea. The writer should also use appropriate transition word to connect between tension and ideas. Number 7. Engaging. It means a persuasive paragraph should be interesting to read. The writer can use various techniques to make the paragraph more engaging, such as using stories, example, or humor.
I will explain about the structure of text persuasive. Number 1 is introduction. Grab the reader attention with an interesting quote or question. Provide background information on the topic and present your thesis statement or main argument clearly. Number 2 is body paragraph. Begin each paragraph with a clear topic sentence. Provide evidence, fact, statistic, or example to support your argument. Anticipate and address counter-argument. Use persuasive language and rhetorical techniques such as ethos, pathos, and logos to appeal to the audience's emotion, credibility, and logic. Number 3 is conclusion. Summarize your main points. Reinforce the importance of your argument or the benefit of taking the proposed action, and ends with a call to action or thought-provoking statement to leave a lasting impression on the reader. Editing and revision. Review your text for clarity, coherence, and logical flow. And check for grammar, punctuation, and spelling error.
Lalu saya akan memberikan contoh persuasive text. Nah, di sini ada poster, itu ada tulisan "It is the greatest of all mistakes to do nothing because you can only do little." Itu bermakna bahwa salah satu kesalahan terbesar adalah tidak melakukan apa-apa hanya karena merasa tindakan yang kecil itu tidak berarti. Pesan ini mendorong orang-orang untuk tetap mengambil tindakan meskipun kecil karena setiap kontribusi tetap berharga dan dapat memberikan dampak yang positif. Nah, di sana juga ada gambar anak kecil yang sedang membuang sampah pada tempatnya, itu melambangkan tindakan kecil yang memiliki dampak besar. Ini menggambarkan bahwa meskipun tindakan tersebut terlihat sederhana, seperti membuang sampah pada tempatnya ini memiliki dampak positif bagi lingkungan dan masyarakat. Pesan keseluruhannya dapat mengajak setiap individu untuk tidak meremehkan tindakan kecil mereka karena setiap tindakan sekecil apapun tetap penting dan berkontribusi terhadap kebaikan yang lebih besar. Sekian dari saya, terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
you.